From the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
Several breaking stories off the top at 6 o'clock. First, Chopper 10, a video of a crash which involves school buses from Oscar Smith High School. This happened around 4:30 on Campostella Road and Burn Street.
Well, we're told 4 students and a driver were taken to hospitals for minor injuries. That bus rear-ended another one there. We have a crew in the area, so look for an update on WAVY News 10 at 7 on Fox 43. Now, more breaking news from Norfolk. Dozens of people rallying right now in the downtown area.
They say they've had it with President Trump's executive orders on immigration and travel from several Muslim-majority countries, and they want their voices heard. Good evening. We've seen the protests and rallies that have erupted across the country, and Hampton Roads is no different.
It's all in response to President Donald Trump's executive order restricting travel and immigration from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. First, a look that you can see only with Chopper 10.
Yeah, people are gathering here as we speak on Granby Street. This is by the federal courthouse. We saw protests over the weekend, and we're told a lot more people are expected here over the next hour or so.
Now, 10 on your side's Marilena Baloris is on the ground with more on the group's message to the president. Marilena?
Yeah, John Manita, like you said, it's a small crowd right now. From what we're seeing, I'm guessing about 100 people. But I spoke to the organizers earlier today. They told me they were expecting between 500 and 600 people to come tonight. Now, people started showing up around 5:30. I'm going to step out here so you can see just how many people are here right now. We're hearing a lot of cheers right now. It is no hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. We've seen a couple people here holding up signs supporting Donald Trump. But for the most part, these conversations that people have been having have been fairly peaceful. There have been some arguments that we have seen. Now, the groups behind this are the Hampton Roads Young Democrats and the Virginia Beach Young Democrats. They say they're standing in support of people affected by President Trump's executive order. Now, Mr. Trump says the executive order is not a Muslim ban and it's not about religion. Instead, he says it's about terror and keeping the country safe. Now, we caught up with some of the organizers earlier today before all of this started. They say they believe there's a lot of tension and negativity surrounding the country right now, so they are all out here to show their support.
Here in the Hampton Roads area, we do have a lot of Muslim and Islamic families and individuals, college students, and we thought that it would be really, really important to stand behind them and let them know that we care.
We're standing with them and that we love them and that we won't sit idly by while they're banned and discriminated against.
This is what democracy looks like. Now, the chant that we're hearing now has changed from "tell me what democracy looks like" to "this is what democracy looks like." So a lot of people, the crowd is still gathering out here. They're supposed to be out here until about 8 o'clock tonight. There is another rally, another solidarity rally planned for 12:15 tomorrow on ODU's campus. Live in Norfolk, Marilena Baloris, 10 on your side.
And tonight's protest is a continuation of scenes across the nation over the weekend. Many of those events happened at airports like Raleigh-Durham, St. Louis, and LAX. The president said the protesters were part of the problem, along with computer issues for Delta Airlines, not people being held for questioning. The White House says just 109 people were detained.
Well, right now, of course, you know, NBC Nightly News will have the latest on this controversy and the ripple effect coming up for you after this newscast at 6:30. More breaking news from Norfolk. A man arrested in the death of his wife. 40-year-old David Tackett is in the Henrico County Jail. That's where he was picked up for the death of 36-year-old Sophon Torn. She was found dead inside her East Bayview Boulevard home Saturday morning. Tackett is charged with second-degree murder. More on this story tonight at 10 and 11.
Also tonight, a nip in the air across Hampton Roads, and a lot more than that this morning. This picture from a tweet sent up by the York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office. It shows, well, a burst of snow. We had some areas that got nothing as well, but for everyone, temperatures below freezing tonight. I'm here with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater, who's smiling about it.
Yeah, well, we don't have far to go in terms of getting temperatures below freezing. It's only 6:30, or what do we got? 6:02, 6 o'clock, and again, temperatures basically 37, 38, 39. So we're on our way on down. We'll drop pretty quickly during the overnight hours through around 2, 3 in the morning. And I do tend to think that we're going to see temperatures very close to freezing, but then some inland areas around 27, 28 degrees. Then we'll start to rise a bit as the breeze flips on over to the south to southwest and warms things back on up. Now, wind gusts above 15 miles an hour an hour ago. There were every one of these were full of readings above 15 miles an hour, but they've dropped. And right now, look at these steady winds, only 6, 7, 8 miles an hour. Now, winds are going to continue to drop off during the evening hours, 6, 7, 8, 10 miles an hour overnight. And then they start to perk back up again and become more southerly. A south wind is going to start to warm things up for the day tomorrow. It will warm things up significantly for the afternoon hours. Today it was only around 41, 42 degrees. Overnight, upper 20s, around 30. And then we're going to be about 10, 12 degrees above normal coming up for the day tomorrow. Normal is 49, just to give you an idea. We'll talk more about what we can expect for tomorrow, for Wednesday, and on into the end of the week. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes.
You can always track the chilly temperatures in your neighborhood with the WAVY weather app.
New tonight, a Virginia Beach student faces trouble after a threat posted to social media. That's the word tonight from the principal of Cox High School. The nature of the post was not released, but the principal says appropriate action was taken. You'll remember just last week, a student was punished for an unsubstantiated threat to Salem High School.
Breaking news just coming in now. The Department of Defense says that Chief Special Warfare Operator William Ryan Owens died in Yemen over the weekend while fighting al-Qaeda. He was assigned to an East Coast-based Special Warfare unit. 3 others were hurt in the raid. That raid also killed about 30 Yemeni people, including women and children. Pentagon officers say that the raid was planned well in advance and approved by President Trump. This death marks the first time a U.S. service member died in combat under President Trump as commander-in-chief.
We're learning new details in a deadly shooting of a man in Chesapeake last week. The family attorney for the victim, Jinjin Chen, says that Chen was playing a game on his phone when he was shot. What the family still wants to know is why their loved one was gunned down by a security guard. 10 on your side's Matt Gregory has the latest information tonight. Matt?
Anita, that game being played over here by Jiang Shen Chen, according to the family attorney, that night was Pokemon Go. That's what his family says he was doing when 2 security guards came up on him right here Thursday night of last week. Thursday night, police investigated the deadly shooting of a man behind the wheel of this minivan. Police say a security guard shot 60-year-old Jian Sheng Chen as Chen sat in the driver's seat. The family's attorney, Greg Sandler, says Chen had driven to the Riverwalk clubhouse just a few minutes before.
As he was sitting there in his van, I understand the headlights were on in the van. He was parked in that location and was playing his game.
That game, Pokemon Go.
He engages in this game to keep up with his grandchildren.
If you don't know, in the online game, you collect virtual monsters using real-life maps, and that's what Sandler claims brought Chen to the Riverwalk clubhouse.
He was engaged in playing this game because the Riverwalk Community Center is a gym in the program.
When I downloaded the game, we found that gym in the same spot Sandler claimed, and that's where Chen had parked to play the virtual game. But police have not confirmed this or released any new information. Next, we went to the headquarters for the private security company hired for the neighborhood, Citywide Protection Services. A woman answered the door but wouldn't speak to us.
You can talk to Andrew Sachs.
I talked to Andrew Sachs. He says he will have a response on behalf of Citywide soon. Sandler, the family attorney, says they will have to wait for the results of the police investigation.
He lives in the neighborhood, so I can't fathom how this ended up like that.
Now, according to the management company, this is in an email that they sent to me on the agreement with Citywide Protection Services. They said that the contract asks for unarmed security guards to patrol the neighborhood. I asked Andrew Sachs over the phone, I said, will this change your response? He says, no, it won't. In Chesapeake, Matt Gregory, 10 on your side.
Still to come on WAVY News 10 at 6, looking for answers in a vicious weekend fire by the water in Hampton. An update on the investigation. Plus,
keeping drugs out of our classrooms and our schools. It's a battle that teachers and administrators wage every day. I'll take you to a local district that is changing the way it searches for drugs.
in sports, Bruce Rader with the kickoff to the week of Super Bowl 51.
And it's chilly now, but the weather is going to change, and soon. It's all as we continue this Monday night.
Get your game faces on.
Because we are pulling out all the stops.
And no matter who you're rooting for,
we will show you how to throw the best big game throwdown.
Big Game Week, sponsored by Charles Barker Automotive. All this week at 11 a.m. on the Hampton Road Show.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one special edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Which one's your favorite?
Come home with me.
Trade up to the Silverado All-Star Edition and get an average total value of $9,150 when you find your tag. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Your kitchen is the heart of your home, so let's show it some love. Hatchet Design Remodel will customize a kitchen for your family to enjoy every day and for your friends to envy when you entertain. We know you'll love your new kitchen by Hatchet Design Remodel. So call now and save up to $2,500 off a full kitchen remodel by Hatchet.
Call Hatchet Design Remodel today for your free consultation. It costs nothing to ask.
Call now or visit our showrooms in Newport News or Virginia Beach.
We are Southern. We're locally owned and operated for over 35 years. With 9 locations, we are the biggest selection of new and used vehicles. Over 1,500 to choose from.
We are Southern.
We are lowest prices, biggest discounts. Plus, we are a lifetime of benefits. With the Southern Hospitality Buyers Program, we are Southern Auto Group, and we make buying a new or used vehicle easy. Isn't it time you started driving Southern style? Driving Southern.com.
Sanderling Resort is pleased to honor America's Brave with a special Heroes Welcome Rate. Rooms start at $119, plus 20% off all food, spa, and retail. Visit the website to learn more. Relax and reconnect at Sanderling Resort, located in the northern Outer Banks.
If you need help with your honeydew list, call Mr. Handyman of Virginia Beach.
Trust Mr. Handyman for repairs, improvements, and maintenance. Ask about the Done Right Guarantee. Mr. Handyman of Virginia Beach, your home improvement professionals. What's on your honeydew list?
Closed captioning is sponsored by Michael & Son.
10 on your side is following developments in a weekend fire at a business along the water in Hampton.
Firefighters were called back to Amory Seafood Warehouse this morning for a report of more smoke. Now, this is video that viewers sent us when part of that business went up in flames yesterday morning. Firefighters from 3 cities put it out in about 2 hours. No word yet on what started it. The business will be back up and running tomorrow with a few expectations or exceptions. They do plan to rebuild.
Next at 6, sniffing out trouble in schools, a new tool on 4 legs that's helping to keep drugs out of the hands of kids in one school system.
Nobody said parenting was easy, but finding low-cost health insurance can be. Checkups, prescriptions, and more. Go to coverva.org for more info.
At Dominion, we're putting our energy to work, creating a cleaner environment by using cleaner energy sources, like solar, wind, and natural gas. We've reduced carbon emissions by nearly 25%, which is the equivalent of taking close to 2 million cars off the road. Cleaner air and cleaner water. It's good for all of us. Dominion. Depend on us for more than energy.
Kick off the new year at Hall Automotive during the big winter sales event. Enjoy the benefits of a new vehicle, including that factory fresh new car smell and warranty. But save thousands when you buy it like new. Hall has nearly 900 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. Each has passed a rigorous inspection of more than 120 checkpoints and is priced to move with rates as low as 1.95%. Don't miss all the benefits of a new car at a pre-owned price. Hall Automotive, online at hallauto.com.
We make the weather behave inside every day of the year. Yes, your comfort's always assured in here. Let climate makers make your climate just right.
Wow. Where would Mama put the diapers? Nobody said parenting was easy, but finding low-cost health insurance can be. Checkups, prescriptions, and more. Go to coverva.org for more info.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com.
The best things in life are free. Hello, neighbors. I'm Jerry Rogers. And from now until the end of February, when you buy 4 Renewal by Andersen windows, I'll give you the 5th absolutely free. Plus, a free upgrade to Smart Sun Glass and same as cash financing for 12 full months. It's the best things in life are free window sale. Call or click free window sale and save.
Mr. Rogers Windows.
See you around the neighborhood.
From the station on your side, you're watching WAVY News 10 at 6.
Well, if you have one case of drug abuse, then you have a drug problem in your schools. That's what a school official says after 2 students were rushed to the hospital this month with apparent overdose.
The same district is taking a unique step to make sure that drugs don't get out of control. Investigative reporter Chris Horn is looking into how it could set a trend. Chris?
Yeah, Anita and Tom, here's the thinking behind this. Why borrow an important resource in combating drug abuse when time is of the essence? Currituck County Schools will soon have its very own drug-sniffing dog. That way, searches can happen more quickly and perhaps keep students out of trouble and out of the hospital. A concerned parent addressed the Currituck County School Board in December.
The drug situation, something has to be done about it.
And then, just a few weeks later, 2 high school students were rushed to the hospital with apparent drug overdoses. The EMS chief says their reaction was consistent with the synthetic marijuana known as spice.
Not pleased that somebody, brought something to the campus and gave it to, some fellow classmates.
Within hours, the sheriff's department arrested a 3rd student, Xavier Clark. The 18-year-old is charged with supplying the drugs. But months before the ambulances came, Currituck school officials say they had an innovative plan to cut drug use on campus.
And I got the idea one day, why don't we just get our own drug dog? That way, we would have access to it anytime we wanted to.
Hunter, the black lab, will be in place in April. Max is a similar drug dog with the Chesapeake Sheriff's Office that has done many school searches. Currituck getting its own drug dog would be uncommon, to say the least. Max's handler had never heard of it, but sees the benefits.
We've located narcotics on the school property before. He's really paid off. It's really benefited us and other localities that we work for.
And the Currituck school system will get legal guidance from the county attorney about when the drug dog can and cannot be used.
One thing I know we can't do, you can't just take a dog in a classroom and parade them around and try to locate drugs.
The drug dog can come in, he can do searches of lockers and vehicles and the building as a whole.
For instance, Max is trained to find marijuana, cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, and methamphetamine, but not prescription drugs, which could be legal if they're prescribed. Currituck's dog will be similar. Stefanik disputes any public perception that drugs are rampant in Currituck schools, given the number of drug discipline cases last year, 12.
Our numbers, in the low double digits, of cases that occurred last year. Then by use of the drug dog, you would hope to see that number come down.
In addition to a school resource officer, the superintendent says the new drug dog will be part of an overall drug abuse education program that already includes visits from law enforcement.
They can talk about situations that they've actually witnessed, and they can tell students real-life stories of drug abuse and what it can do to you.
We take it seriously. Like Superintendent Stefanik said, if you even have one case, that's a drug problem.
Currituck will spend between $11,000 and $12,000 to buy and train Hunter.
Even if we save one student from getting on drugs, that's well worth the $11,000 that we spent on the drug dog and training.
Another legal matter that Currituck will need to work out with the use of the new drug dog, the standard of either reasonable suspicion that drugs are present or the tougher standard of probable cause. Meanwhile, the student arrested early this month on drug charges, Xavier Clark, he's scheduled for court March 1st. Chris Horn, 10 on your side.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Active weather day, quite obviously, throughout the area, and chilly. That's the biggest thing going on right now. Here's some of that snow that's exiting the region. The flurries exited the region this morning with really not too terribly much on the ground, left on the ground by 10 o'clock even in the morning. So again, we had these flurries move on through, a light dusting on the grass and on cars and on patios, but nothing as far as big traffic problems out of that. It was just cold and windy during the day today, but the wind is going to drop on down. 7 o'clock, o'clock, still a bit of a breeze. 35, 36, 37. Right now, we're already at 39 degrees. So we're going to drop pretty steadily. And overnight, 31, well, yeah, for a lot of the urban areas, but really anywhere inland and rural, I tend to think you're going to see around 27, 28 degrees for an overnight low. Then that temperatures will start to shift back on northward as winds start to become more southerly as we see temperatures rise just a bit, 34, 35, 37, and they'll really rise during the day tomorrow, pretty close to 60 degrees during the afternoon, and we'll see a bit of a breeze out of the southwest at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Overnight, the winds drop off into tomorrow night and Wednesday morning. Wednesday, we start mild, warmer than we are now at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then during the day, once again, in the upper 50s, around 60 degrees. So we've got some warmer air that's going to be making its way into the region a little later on tonight. But it's going to get cold at first. Then temperatures start to rise. And then the next couple of days, pretty close to 60 degrees. Now we go beyond that, look for any kind of trouble that we might find. We're not seeing too terribly much trouble, but we do tend to see some cooler readings during the day on Thursday. This is our Thursday evening at 7. We go on into Friday. We could see a stray shower or two into the region during the day on Friday. Now, the earlier forecast model run just a little while ago at 5 o'clock showed some rainfall into the area, and some other forecast models are indeed showing some rainfall into the region for the day on Friday. So we'll watch out for that. It's a little bit far away, quite obviously. Here's what's going on. Our skies have cleared on off. Winds are dropping on down nicely, but temperatures are dropping too. 37, 39 degrees right now. And again, 36, 37, 38. So temperatures dropping real rapidly through the next several hours on through the hours after midnight, and then they'll steady off and start to rise a little bit later on. Temperatures and wind really drop off. West winds diminish to 10 and become more southerly overnight. Upper 20s mainland areas, upper 20s to around 30, 31. Temperatures drop, then hold steady. Here's we are for the peninsula, and again, 27, 28 to about 30 degrees. Middle Peninsula, Northern Neck, Eastern Shore, 28, 29, and then 30, 31, 32. And I think really winds should become more southerly for you into these areas before the rest of us coming up for the overnight hours. Then we recover nicely, 60 degrees and breezy coming up for Tuesday. Wednesday, 61 degrees. And I kind of like this cartoon guy here. Of course, it is Groundhog Day coming up on Thursday, 49 degrees. So we're back on down to near normal, 40s from Thursday all the way on into the first part of next week.
The Virginia basketball team moves up in the rankings, and the Falcons and Patriots arrive in Houston. It's time to start talking about the Super Bowl. Next on the Sports Wrap.
The average home can weigh 160 tons. That's a lot of pressure on your foundation. And that pressure means if you have settling floors, wall cracks, or uneven concrete, it will get worse. Call JES. We're experts in foundation science, and our proven and patented systems can straighten walls, level floors, and make sinking foundations safe and solid.
Known best for being better, JES.
All right, come on, everybody, it's time to go.
Getting more for your money is simpler than you might think. When you shop at Kroger, you get low prices throughout the store, weekly specials, great value from our quality brands, digital coupons, and even fuel points to help you save at the pump. No spin, just savings.
Boneless London broil, bottom or eye of round roast is just $2.99 a pound, and asparagus is $1.99 a pound. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
The only one-piece clog-free gutter system, Leaf Guard by Starling Guttering. WAVY's expert on your side.
I really did save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico. I should take a closer look at Geico.
Geico has a long history of great savings and great service. Over 75 years.
Wait, 75 years? That is great.
Speaking of great, check out these hot riffs. You like Smash Mouth?
Yeah, I have an early day tomorrow, so.
Wait, almost there.
Good night, Bruce.
I gotta tune the A. Me.
Take a closer look at Geico. Great savings and a whole lot more.
For 24-hour emergency plumbing service and repair, call A1 American. Right now, take $100 off an electric or gas water heater replacement. Plus, financing is available for as little as $99 per month. A1 American is a 5-year Best of the Best Gold winner.
Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And remember, we're not just A1, we're A1 American.
Want a new Hyundai? Priority Hyundai. Want an Elantra for $11,916? Priority Hyundai. Tucson for $18,737? Priority Hyundai. Santa Fe for $18,987? Priority Hyundai. Priorities for life? Priority Hyundai. Priority Hyundai. Priority Hyundai.
After a rousing send-off in Atlanta, the Falcons arrived in Houston yesterday to begin their week-long preparations for Super Bowl 51. The Falcons and the Patriots on Fox 43. And we begin our pregame coverage tonight. I'm Bruce Rader. It's always the biggest American sporting event of the year, and this year's Super Bowl is no exception. Fans in Boston arrived before the crack of dawn to send their Patriots off to Texas early this morning. Coach Bill Belichick and owner Robert Kraft spoke to the crowd, but the star of the day, as he has been for the past 15 years, quarterback Tom Brady.
It's been a great season, and we've accomplished a lot, but we still got one more to go. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be the toughest one we've had all year, but we're excited about the opportunity, and we couldn't do it without you guys.
Tonight, both teams will gather at the Astros baseball stadium for what we used to call Media Day. Instead of a Tuesday afternoon affair, it is now a primetime TV event with a rock band and about 12,000 fans in the stands cheering on the interviews. We have several crews covering this week's Super Bowl, and we'll begin with our first live report from Houston coming up tonight at 10:45 on the Fox 43 Sports Wrap and all the fun of Media Day.
Hart on the wing, floor to shoot. Hart to the bucket. Defense in so good. And Villanova wins it.
It was one of the best college basketball games I've seen in a long time. Villanova at the buzzer yesterday afternoon, beating Virginia on national TV after a wild week in which 7 of the top 10 teams lost in one point or another. Gonzaga is the new #1 team in the AP Top 25. Villanova here drops to 4th, and Virginia moves up to 9th. Finally, big news today from one of our favorite colleges. Christopher Newport University has a new football coach. He's Art Link, the former defensive coordinator at Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania. Coach Link replaces Matt Kelchner, the father of CNU football, and before today, the only football coach the Captains have ever had. So welcome to Coach Art Link to Hampton Roads football. William & Mary, Norfolk State, and Hampton, along with Duke and Notre Dame, on the court tonight. Highlights and scores from those games and our Super Bowl preview from Houston. Media night coming up at 11.
Yeah.
Starting a big week here.
Yeah.
A very big week. And we've got some big weather going on in terms of the colder air that's over the top of us. But it'll be cold overnight, but it's going to warm up in a very big way for Tuesday and Wednesday, and right back down there again for Groundhog Day into next week.
So does that mean we have to do it again?
Repeat. Rinse and repeat. See you at 11.